Welcome back to Manny Centric. We are here today working on a look that will hopefully turn out pretty well for a stained glass manicure for the Nail Glam Challenge August edition. And today I kind of already got started without you guys. I decided that I did want some gold nails and just straight up gold. So I went ahead and used my Born Pretty gold nail polish. And I'm going to go ahead and use this stamp right here for my stained glass. And since stained glass is usually a little bit opaque, I was hoping to use the Rainbow Splash Maniology polishes to create like that not totally opaque colored look. And I've got my smudge free top coat for when I'm done. Of course, my stamper and scraper and a dotting tool because there will be some reverse stamping in here. I also have a quick dry top coat just in case all the polish dries before I can get it on my nail. So since we're already here, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so that you can get every upload. If you particularly want to be there for the first couple minutes that it's uploaded, go ahead and hit the bell notification so that you know when, and we'll get started. So I've already done the gold nails, like I said, and treated my cuticles because they're always super dry, but this is the part that we usually want to go over, and that's the stamping. And I keep the cap on just so that not a lot of dust and debris gets on the silicone. Otherwise I would need to go do some dishwashing liquid and water to get that cleared up. And this is the first time I'm using the stamp, so bear with me. And I'm going to go ahead and loosen the caps on these because with stamping you always want to work as quickly as you possibly can. So that requires a little bit of preparation. Alright, caps are loosened, and I turned the plate upside down so that I could make sure that I'm doing as little time between scraping it as possible, and also not scraping it unnecessarily across designs that I'm not going to be using. And there the design shows up nice and clear, which is perfect because that allows us to go ahead right into the reverse stamping step, which I'm using a Born Pretty stamper as my palette because I don't actually have like a really good paint palette right now, and I didn't want to put it on paper because paper dries out really quick. And I'm just doing like a couple of dots here and there. And honestly, I'm starting to think that maybe I didn't need to do all 3 dots at one time because I'm going to be all over the place with this. I just want to make sure that there's enough focus so you guys can see. And then I just load up my dotting tool and pick a spot and start painting in. And I'm going to try as hard as I can to stay inside the lines. Obviously, I've already prepared myself for the eventuality that I won't, because I haven't done a lot of reverse stamping. but I've heard that it's really fun, and I have seen some really awesome effects created by reverse stamping, so I wanted to give it a try for myself. I usually choose stamps with a lot wider spaces just because I don't want to like mess up and have paint everywhere all outside the lines. I've heard that it's okay if you do just a little bit and it won't show up, but I still don't want to test that. Especially when it's like for a glam nails challenge, because like there are some pretty professional pros out there doing amazing things for these challenges. I know I won't necessarily measure up, but I'd like to do a good showing if I can. And I know I'm making like this way too much blue, but not ready to move on to another color just yet. Things are going so well with the blue. And so I'm over the blue now, so I will move on to a different color. Which I'm thinking, I don't know which one I want to start with. Blue and red, blue and orange. I haven't figured it out yet. Well, technically my football team is blue and orange for my city, so I'll go with orange next. And I've already applied like my liquid latex because I knew I was going to need it. Oh wow, this is like more yellow than it is orange. Okay. No sweat. And don't worry, I won't make you guys sit through all of this. I just wanted to get the process started so you could see what I'm up to and how I'm creating this look. Alright, so I've finished painting in the colors, and now I'm going to put on a no smudge top coat and let it dry to a decal. Once it's dried and it's ready to be a decal, I'll go ahead and put it on both of these nails. I think what I may do to make the most use of my time is go ahead and make it into 2 decals, which might mean a little negative space, which no negative space never hurt anybody. Or I may do like diagonal in gold and then use the decal to fill the rest of the space. So hang on and I will be back as soon as this is all dry. Alright, we are back, and I've already done one nail so far. It doesn't have its top coat on it yet, or the striping tape I'm going to use to cut that edge off, because I probably should have cut the edge off in advance, but I was just so excited to see if it would work. So basically what I do is take this edge of my cuticle pusher, this edge of it, to just lightly pry up the design around the edges. And once the edges are pried up, just like that, I go ahead and grab my tweezers to keep pulling it up. And I know everybody else doesn't necessarily have to be this careful, but since I'm prone to things going wrong during manicures, I am. So I've got my cuticle scissors right here, and I'm just going to trim off some of these edges because I really wish I had of with the other nail. Well, I suppose I could just polish over it, but I'm really afraid of messing up the design, so I don't even want to polish over it. And I like the fact that I used a top coat because it helps me to see which part of the design is my top and which part is my bottom, because with no smudge top coat on there, it makes the bottom part look super shiny, and makes the other side a little more matte. So matte and then super shiny. So I'm going to finish cutting these edges off, and then I'm going to reapply it to the stamper, and I just place it on my nail where I want it, because I think that's going to be a lot easier than the way I did it. The way I did it was a little bit more difficult. I did it the hard way. I actually put it on my finger with my hand and junk, and it didn't go as smoothly as I would have liked it to. So now that I've got that, I want the shiny side up, matte side down. Now I just want to figure out where I want it, because I've got my adhesive stuff on my nail as well. I think this would go the best. And I really am digging how this turned out. I know that sounds so dated, but it's true. Really excited that this turned out this well, especially for it to be a reverse stamping technique, because I haven't had much practice with that. And then to just clean up the cuticles, push down with this end of the cuticle pusher all around the edges to separate it. And I am using some pretty deep pressure on this to try to separate it. It probably would have worked better if my nail was already wet, but the last time I tried it like that, it's kind of smeared my design, and I was so heartbroken and so upset because it wasn't like a little smear that you could cover up. It was a big smear, like totally noticeable. None of that, oh, I didn't see it if you didn't see it, ha ha ha. It was undeniable smear. So I was so hurt because I thought it turned out so well, and then at the last minute to have it just fall apart was so upsetting. So this time I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna even try with wetting up my nail with polish. because I'm so afraid of it smearing. And the peel off latex did not even stick to it, so I'm gonna have to clean that up with a little acetone, but I don't mind. It's worth it for how well the result turned out. And then I'll just top coat it, and you know what, give me a couple seconds and I'll see if I think I'm feeling lucky enough to try to put on like some beads or embellishments or striping tape. We'll see. Hold on 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back, and this is final last looks, and of course I will take pictures and post it up on my Instagram, and I'll also put some at the end of this video for you guys. I chickened out again. I thought about it and I was like, I really want to put some beads along that line, I really do, but at the same time, the beads that I get, I don't know if I got them from the wrong provider or place, but if anybody knows of a place where I can get like the little tiny beads, and they all be uniform in size, and I'll stress this too, uniform in shape, comment below, let me know where I can buy them that way, because I have tried several times to use them, and what I find is that they're not uniform in size at all, and I'll get like maybe 3 or 4 in to whatever I'm doing, and then I'll get one that's like at least 2 sizes smaller than the ones that I've already placed, so I have to take that one off, which usually smears or jacks up my manicure a little bit. And then I try to, you know, put a base coat or a clear coat to stick them on, and the paint comes off of them. So I know these are just my struggles in particular, but if anybody knows where I can get some quality beads, I would really appreciate it, because that has been a struggle for me. I'm not okay with it. I don't want the color coming off. I don't want the sizes to be random. It's really important to me, because I like to get stuff right the first time. But anyway, this is my reverse stamp stained glass technique. I'm gonna go ahead and call this one a win, because it did not smear this time. No smearing. No smearing. So thanks again for joining me today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you already have. Thank you so much. It means the world to me, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.